All right. Do apologize for that. Let me go and cut this music off real quick. Do apologize for that. That was unprecedented. I did not expect for all that to happen. But we are back. Back. We're just gonna start off immediately where we left off on. We're gonna start immediately where we left off on. I am very tired of the internet and the stream crashing issues as well. Um, Very, very frustrating to deal with. Very, very frustrating to deal with. And so, hopefully, hopefully, we will get the issues resolved soon. But for now, there's nothing I can really do about it for now. So, hopefully, it'll just magically just stop. But I know that probably is not going to happen. But we're going to go back to where we were. And let me go in and I'm going to have to go in and re-put the poll back in there as well, because that question is now gone. And then I'll also go back so I can also see the original comments that were there as well. We're going to read those. But starting off, back to where we were we were at last at our current temperatures where we were talking about. And so, if we go on and look at that right now, current temperatures going on throughout the state of South Carolina is around 67 inside of Columbia, as well as 66 in Sumter, 67 also in Orangeburg, as well as 68 in Somerville, 69 in Georgetown, and even 70 in Murrells Inlet, 69 in Myrtle Beach, and 65 in Conway. We even have around 71 in Charleston, and even around 68 inside of Aiken, 63 in Greenwood, and 62 inside of Lawrence and Union, 61 also inside of Greenville, and even 62 in Anderson, 60 inside of Spartanburg and Gaffney. Now for low temperatures for tonight, you have around 54 in Greenville, 52 in Spartanburg, as well as 52 in Rock Hill, 56 in Columbia, as well as 57 in Orangeburg, 58 in Walterboro, and even 64 in Charleston, 67 in Hilton Head, as well as 60 in Georgetown, 60 in Myrtle Beach, and even around 56 inside of Aiken. Now, in terms of your rainfall for tonight, no rainfall is expected. No accumulation, at least, is expected for tonight. So you don't have to worry about that. That does not mean that, a couple of raindrops are not possible. We're going to look at the models for that, but it just means, no accumulation is expected. The crazy score, we're at an 11. We are at an 11 for tonight. And that's, that's expected. Nothing really that's happening right now throughout the state, except for maybe some patchy fog that could happen tonight, and then maybe visibility is down around 2 to 5 miles near the Blue Ridge area. No flood threat, dry conditions, cool, less humid, stable atmosphere. Overall, things are good. SPC outlook. There's indeed right now, no thunderstorm activity that is expected tonight. Same thing with tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, because they actually just updated this earlier today. But thunderstorm risk is there for mainly the coastal, but maybe just inland coastal low country. Maybe even over there in Georgetown County as well for the most part. But other than that, it seems to look like it will continue to stay near that coastal area. Same thing on Saturday as well. Saturday is the same exact issue here. Thunderstorms are indeed possible. Again, the low country and even the coastal Grand Strand area. Now, for excessive rainfall, we actually do have a chance for some excessive rainfall. That is for Sunday. Isolated flash flooding is definitely going to be another concern as we go into day 4, which is Sunday. And then as you go into Monday, also some isolated flash flooding is also possible here in the southern Midlands as well as the low country as well. Now, what about the models? So we're going to start off with the short term first. We're going to start off here at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And just as you're going to continue to push this forward, you can see again just that isolated shower activity that moves into the upstate of South Carolina. And, not the upstate, but the low country of South Carolina, not the upstate. But the coastal areas over there, that will move into, maybe around 4, 5, 6 a.m., maybe going to around 8, 9, 10 a.m. Again, it says no rainfall. This is from the actual National Weather Service. They say no rainfall is expected. So I don't know if they disagree with the models or maybe this rainfall isn't enough to cause any sort of accumulation. But, you can see right here. You see a couple of areas that has some light green dots on it. So, for now, I will just say, even though it kind of shows it a little bit, I definitely would say still watch out, potentially, for some isolated shower and downpour activity, even though the National Weather Service says not really expected. But, as early as around 5, 6, 7 a.m., you have that shower activity moving into the low country, moving into the western low country by around 9, 10 a.m., maybe even a bit earlier than that. And then that goes on all the way to around 12 to 1 p.m. And then after that, you may have even another isolated shower/downpour up here in the Grand Strand area as well later tomorrow afternoon. So that's what is going on here, even though that might overrule over the National Weather Service a little bit there. But past that, what else do we have? We have just more shower activity trying to get towards the coastal areas, and then we actually really we'll have to watch out for some showers slash downpour activity, thunderstorm activity again as you go to around like 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. That will push through, and that will push all the way through into the afternoon hours again on Saturday, I believe, Saturday. Now, what about the long term? For the long term, we do in fact have obviously that rainfall that's going on there, and we may have some more rainfall. This is where our excessive rainfall comes in for Sunday and Monday, as we have some isolated flash flooding that's possible, and some of that may even try to move more into the actual inland areas of South Carolina. That will continue to move its way through, and then by around like October, like the 8th, the 9th, we have this cold front right here that's going to pass us around this time frame, and then as we go through around like the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, high pressure takes over, and then it really just starts to dry off. As you get to around like October the 13th, I mean, look at this nice dry patch right here that goes all the way from like the 11th to the 18th. That's a good dry patch right there that we could watch for. But other than that, I would say we are going to continue to keep on watching it. But for now, it's looking like it might look more calm the more we get into the more centered part of October. Now, if we go on now and talk about the tropics, because the tropics is another area, Imelda is done. So that's why they're no longer producing any sort of updates on it. It's going to go out and cause barely any damage, if any at all. Going on to look at the disturbance. Disturbance 1 over here near Florida. An area of low pressure may form along a remnant frontal boundary near the northwestern Bahamas and southern Florida during the next day or two. Any additional development is expected to be slow to occur as it moves northwest across the Florida peninsula into the Gulf. So that will continue to move its way up to the northwest. And so as that moves up, I mean, it doesn't really seem like a threat for South Carolina for now. Doesn't really look like anything that we have to watch for, even as you go into the actual loop and go into the actual models and see what they have to say. I'm not seeing really anything except for maybe just some slight development going into like the Gulf, but other than that, nothing else. The other area, though, is one that I'm watching for right now. Disturbance 2. A tropical wave is expected to move off the coast of Africa over the next day or two. Thereafter, this wave is forecast to interact with another disturbance in the eastern tropical Atlantic, and some slow development of this combined feature is possible as the system moves west to west-northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So this has a 0% chance of forming over the next 48 hours and a 30% chance over the next 7 days. Now, this will continue to move west into the Atlantic, as it said. And the ensembles for this one, like I said, is way too far out to see exactly what it's going to do for South Carolina. But a lot of them have this pattern, and a lot of them are in the overall area of it going towards like the islands, like the Windward, Leeward Islands. And then it will kind of just curve up, and then go more towards, kind of like towards like Bermuda. At least that's what most of them are saying. A couple of them obviously have that southern track. But at this point, it's way too far out to tell. That's like 10 days out, so even more. So we really can't say anything there. So that's it for the tropics. I almost just showed the drought monitor. That would have been bad. But that's all that I really have in terms of the tropics and just for the long term. Wasn't really going to talk about much, especially after the stream crash now. So let's go on and talk with the half audience. We're gonna go on to the actual main chat first and go and see what the people here had to say first, and then we'll go to the new chat that we have now. So this is the old chat that we had before the stream crash, and so this is what it says right here. That's not what it says. This is what it says right around here. First message was from Mr. Chris, who said, "Good evening, everyone. Hope y'all had a great day." I did. Hopefully you did as well. My Aunt Lula comes in and says, "Good evening, everyone. I pray that you all had a great day." Did have a great day. Thank you so much for asking. Then Mr. Chris comes back and says, "Please remember to go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button if you have not already. Share it with everyone that you know. Sharing is caring." He's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. We have right now 590 subscribers. We are 10 away from that main goal of 600. And that was for the right now, if I go on and check, 12 people have tuned in and only 4 likes. So I don't know what's going on there. But if you are a part of that 8 that have not hit the like button yet, go on and do so. It's free. You can change your mind at any time. Mr. Anthony came in earlier and said, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Don't know if he's still here or not. Mr. Chris comes back and says, it's been a little cold here. Cool here in Moncks Corner today, but not too bad. Same, it was actually pretty chilly this morning. I actually had to turn off the AC inside my car and actually turn on just the regular warm air. Not full-on heat blast, but definitely warm air. Definitely nothing cold. My Aunt Lulu then says, we had a beautiful day today in Georgetown. I even did some yard work. Great to hear. Ms. Tolliver comes in and says, good evening. Very pleasant day at my house. Those Canadian geese showed back up to enjoy the weather this morning. I could get used to the low 50s. Do you think we'll have a hurricane this season? Well, we've already had many hurricanes this season, but I'm going to assume you mean a landfalling hurricane. So a landfalling hurricane, again, we don't know. Do I think, no one can predict that if we will have a hurricane or not that makes landfall. Nobody can. There's always maybe that one person that you might see that says, oh, a hurricane's going to hit next month, and a hurricane hit next month. That's just pure luck. Nothing really forecasting can really do it with that. Mr. Chris says, oh, we're talking to them. My cousin Cheryl came in and says, hey, Weatherman, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Keep up the good work. The best Weatherman, God just keep blessing you on purpose. Love you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that. And that message, thank you for listening to us tonight while you are at work. And then Mr. Chris came in earlier and said, wow, that's insane that we have snow happening. Well, we're in fall now, so not really too surprised by that for now. He also came in and says, I'm back. Make sure that you come in and hit the like button again. Trail says, greetings, Jessica. Greetings to you. Lovely day here. How was your day? My day was great. Thank you for asking. My Aunt Lula comes in and says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well. I'm having trouble with my phone. Well, I'm having trouble with my entire PC, so you're not alone with yourself. You are not alone at all. And that's it. So, let's go on now and talk. First off, because I got rid of the poll, and I can't get it back now, so I have no idea what the responses were, so this has pretty much been a catastrophe all along. But, I'm going to go on and re-put in the actual drought predictions. So, option number 1, I'm just going to do drought, and I'm just going to do option number 1. I'm just going to say drought is bigger. Option 2, I'm going to say drought is the same or smaller, because if you remember, we did have a D1 drought. So first option, drought is bigger. Option 2, drought is the same or smaller. Option 3, drought is gone, but abnormally dry is still there. And then the bottom one is just completely just the drought and abnormally dry is gone. Dry gone. There it is. Poll is inside the chat. Go on and look at that and go on and vote inside that poll so we can go on and get that. So let's talk about the 4 locations outside of South Carolina. You might be asking me, what in the world am I talking about? I'm talking about San Antonio, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Duncan, Oklahoma. The reason why we talk about those locations is because we have people from those locations who tune in almost nightly, if not sometimes nightly. And so we just go on and do that. But starting off with San Antonio first, you have low temperatures tonight at 72, high temperatures tomorrow at 94, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 71. No precipitation is expected at this time. So continuing that trend, it seems, of just more quiet weather. In terms of excessive rainfall and severe weather, no excessive rainfall is expected at this time. You can probably guess severe weather. No severe weather is expected either. Now, what about Raleigh, North Carolina? You have low temperatures tonight at around 51, high temperatures tomorrow at 76, and low temperatures tomorrow night seems to be at around 53. No precipitation is expected at this time. No severe weather is expected at this time. And for excessive rainfall, same thing there. Philadelphia being the third location with low temperatures tonight at 51, high temperatures tomorrow at 73, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 53. No precipitation is expected there either. No excessive rainfall is, and no severe weather is. And then finally, Duncan, Oklahoma. Low temperatures tonight at 63, high temperatures tomorrow at 90, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 63. There is indeed no severe weather that is expected at this time. And then there is indeed no excessive rainfall either. So we are good. We are good with those 4 locations. Both of them, or all 4 of them, seem to be doing relatively well, as no excessive rainfall or severe weather is expected. Now, let's go on now, since we are here. Let's go and check out the audience one more time. Thad says, Gideon Joseph, it was a beautiful day here in San Antonio. The passion fruit are coming in nicely. I can't wait to harvest them. I do have the pictures from them. I'll go out and show them tonight. And then that's about it. So I'm not going to waste any more time with the drought monitor. So my prediction, you know what I do? I go and do my research beforehand. I go and look at the observed precipitation over the past 7 days, and look over throughout the state of South Carolina. And we had a lot of rain over the past 7 days. Some with 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. That went from the PD area all the way over into the upstate. Maybe even, I think even up there in the upstate, some area got like close to like 4 inches of rainfall. But that was like very isolated area. That was a very isolated area. But there were some areas like Charleston who only got 0.3 of an inch. You know, some areas like Columbia who only got like 0.7 of an inch. But that's still a good amount of rainfall. And so if I was to make my prediction, for now, I would honestly say that the drought is the same or small. I don't think it really got any bigger, and I think that the drought most likely is still there. I don't think that is completely gone. So I'm going to say for now, the drought is the same or smaller. And so without further ado, let's go on and give a drum roll, see what it is. And honestly, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that this one right here I might actually need to go back for this one, because this one, honestly kind of looks the same, but it also kind of looks smaller as well. I can actually go in and check that real quick, and I believe we just talked about the drought monitor yesterday. We did. So I'm gonna have to actually pull out the challenge card real quick and actually go back and check. So this is the one from yesterday. I'm looking at it on my screen, and I'm not going to lie to you, but I do believe that it is around the same or smaller. Honestly, I think that that's around what it is. So congrats to the 50% of people, including me, who indeed get the the drought monitor correct. 50%, 25% said that the drought is bigger, while 25% says the drought is gone, but it is still abnormally dry. And honestly, either two of those options would work. The one that probably wouldn't work, which I'm glad 0% said it, but it was the drought and the abnormally dry is now gone. That probably was not the best answer. Probably the worst answer, but this for sure, and I can even show you as well just to make sure, to show you that I'm not playing any, games or anything like that, and I'm actually being truthful. This is what it looked like last week, on September 25th when it was updated, and this is what it looks like now. So, very, very similar. Very, very similar. So, I'm going to say that it's around the same. I don't really think it got any smaller. And so that is about all that I have. So what's going on throughout the entire U.S. right now? Heavy to excessive rainfall will persist across much of the southeastern U.S. over the next several days, with isolated flash flooding possible. The heaviest rainfall is forecast over the east coast of Florida, while showers and thunderstorms will continue in the Pacific Northwest and the Intermountain West over the weekend. Snow could also mix with rainfall as well. We just talked about that. Montana, Wyoming, and portions, maybe even of Idaho. Air quality alerts out for San Antonio going into Dallas, Fort Worth, also over there near St. Louis, Missouri. If I'm not mistaken, we do have a new email tonight. This one was from Thad, who sent us a picture of his passion fruit. He said the passion fruit are coming along just nicely. Let me go ahead and get them pulled up for you. Here it is right here. If you want to send me a picture, you can. You just have to send them to scweather360@gmail.com. Again, that is scweather360@gmail.com. And again, it has to be weather related. It has to be, like a weather photo. Can't be anything else off topic, or else I probably will not show it. So go on and do that if you have any picture that you would want to share. It's free. And speaking of what else is free, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, hit the share button. That's also free. That is also free. So if you want to go on and do that, again, optional, but would help out the channel. Let's see. Top fans for tonight. I'm actually going to go and look at the past one and for the new one. So the top fans actually for the last one, I believe Mr. Chris was at number 1. So I was actually at number 2 because I actually did talk in the chat a little bit. And then number 3 for the last live stream, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Miss Tolliver. So those were the 3 for the last live stream. And then for this live stream, let's see, we have Mr. Chris back at number 1, Trails at number 2, and then my Aunt Lula's at number 3. So congratulations to the 3 of y'all as well. And so that is about all. So let me go and check out the chat one more time. That says, hello, fellow weather watcher. Let's give Joseph some love with these hearts. Joseph, great job. Thank you so much for that. And let me go on and give myself a round of applause. A lot of round of applause. I do appreciate that. Cheryl says he's doing an outstanding job. I do appreciate that a lot, even though with all of the computer issues that I have, which is very frustrating, definitely, we'll still try to come back unless it's very bad and I can't stream at all, or do anything like that. But luckily I was able to come back and finish it out, even though I couldn't start and finish it on the same stream. At least I came back to finish it out. So the video tonight, just the actual video for the people that weren't there at the actual live stream, it probably will be cut a little bit at the beginning. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully that will not happen again tomorrow. But I will be back tomorrow morning, Friday morning forecast update. Make sure that you are there. We only have to get through tomorrow, and we will be at the weekend. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and make sure that you're back here tomorrow. I will not be here tomorrow night. Let me go on and say that right now. I will not be here tomorrow night. Friday night, I will be out. So, just for a Friday morning forecast update, and then I'll be back probably on Saturday. So, almost forgot to say that. I'm so glad I just said that just now. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and I will be back tomorrow. Hit those 2 buttons.